Jets fans are so excited. They're so pumped. They felt like they were missing a quarterback, and now that this is a team that can compete for a Super Bowl, Warren, are they wrong about that? Or is this Jets team something we don't really say? Are the Jets a Super Bowl contender?
Well, there's no question. I think they're a division winner uh, type of team that
Mm.
they can win their division. And I'll get it all the way to the Super Bowl. That's a different story. But I tell you what, bringing in Aaron Rodgers really gives them that opportunity. It gives them a lot of not only a talented football player, but it also gives the rest of their football team just a shot of juice that, hey, every time we go out on the field, we have a chance to win because of our quarterback. So yeah, it's a tremendous uplift for the Jets organization. They haven't had a franchise quarterback like this in a long time, and this trade seemed like it took forever to happen, but it's finally here, and I'm sure everybody in New York and New Jersey are
Yeah.
celebrating today.
And Warren, when was the last time you heard people talk about the Jets like this? I mean, they're like the story of the NFL right now, and I can't remember in my lifetime, at least, the Jets being relevant to that degree.
Yeah, they really are, and they have a really talented young roster, and they
Yeah.
just need somebody like an Aaron Rodgers to come in as a veteran, and hopefully he can get in there early and really start to acclimate himself to their offense, get a chance to learn as players. I remember when I was traded from Houston to Minnesota, that was one of the things I wanted to do was get there as early as I could in the off season, really get into the playbook, start to learn my teammates, start to learn my receivers and their body language and all those different things. So when we hit the field in training camp, we hit the field running. So that was very important to me, and I hope Aaron does the same thing with this football team.
You know, Warren, he's 38 years old. Obviously, he was coming off of those back-to-back MVP seasons, but last year, I think even Aaron would say, not the greatest year for himself and collectively as a team. Has he lost something? Has he lost something on his fastball, or do you think he is still that absolutely top-tier elite player?
I think everybody loses a little bit something when you get to this age, a little bit at a time, but I don't think there's been a drastic fall off in his game. I think the big thing is, like I said, is learning his
Mm.
teammates. He wasn't in the offseason in Green Bay with those young receivers he had last year in the offseason, and it took them a while to really
Yeah.
get the chemistry going into the season. So the earlier he can get there this offseason and start to learn those guys, I think the better he'll have more success with them. And I think he'll be motivated. Aaron Rodgers has a
Yeah.
lot of pride. He's a guy that knows he didn't have one of his best years last year, so he'll come back this year really focused, and he knows that the spotlight is going to be on him to have success in New York. So I think he'll do everything to make that happen.
That AFC East is a heck of a division. Obviously, you have the Bills with Josh Allen. You have Tua coming back in Miami. They had a nice season. Of course, you always have the Patriots there. You said, Warren, they're a contender for the AFC East. Would you put them as the favorite for the AFC East, or do you believe that would be the Bills?
I still believe the Bills are the team to beat. They still have a great roster, great quarterback. But I think the Jets just moved themselves right up a little bit closer. You know, you also have Miami if Tua
Yeah.
stays healthy. There's a lot of really good teams in that division, but there's a lot of good teams in the AFC in general. You know, you got Patrick Mahomes out west with Russell Wilson. I think
Yeah.
he'll have a bounce back year.
Oh
You've got
wow.
Trevor Lawrence down there in Jacksonville. So there's so many good quarterbacks in the AFC. Joe Burrow's another guy up there in Cincinnati. So it's going to be tough on the Jets to, like I said, to win their division and get in the playoffs in advance. But Aaron Rodgers at least gives them a fighting chance to be able to do that.
As you're rattling off the names of these quarterbacks, Warren, can you remember having this many good quarterbacks? I mean,
In,
yeah, maybe
yeah,
good's not the word. Really
in
great
one
quarterbacks.
yeah, this many in one conference, you just don't see it on one side of the ball. The NFC has some really good
Yeah.
quarterbacks, but not like the AFC right now. And the reigning champs come out of Kansas City, and Patrick Mahomes is probably the best quarterback in football right now.